think it's time for Gale to learn some new scrolls.
Seek and you shall find me.
Can't learn Lightning Bolt yet, I guess, cause... a lot of new spells. Perhaps I should parlay with these
Swallowed by a
mycanoids.
chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Of course it's a nat 1. Whatever.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody. Cautious,
Sorry was
but
lacking while
welcoming.
making cookies, my bad friend.
Descend to me.
Oh, no worries.
Let us speak.
Cookies
in
sound
flesh.
delicious.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Okay then. Apparently I've been invited in. Finish going that way. Seeing stuff down there later.
How has the gaming been going so far?
Not bad. I almost got murdered by some minotaurs. And I exploded myself. And I fell to my death. Also, one of my party members, aggressively had sex with me.
Oh my.
And apparently, my mage's weird addiction
My condition
is
likes being
striking
ignored
again.
as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And
I
soon.
have to feed him more magic.
What a wild turn of events, my gosh.
The seagling's dream, you know. Oh. Pretty handy for out of combat. Here, eat that.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later even my lover.
Well, that explains a few things.
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become...
Oh yes, I definitely banged
we
that
never
goddess.
scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross.
Interesting conversations you
Every
do be
time
having.
I was with her. I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Consent, bro.
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented.
Throw his ass in jail.
Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied.
Oh, apparently
So I
ass
sought to
is,
prove myself worthy
too
to
naughty
her
for
instead.
my bot.
We
Sorry.
come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Dang, all good.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon
I get all the
a very
juicy
long time
details.
ago, a mighty lord lived
Pardon
in a
my
tower.
French, I went a bit too
Flying
far.
tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation.
7
Even the
BV
weave
Elliot.
itself could not withstand the onslaught.
Welcome to Yukikaze Gaming
Fractured,
Snappy.
then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
I guess you've ruled out flowers and chocolates
You know
altogether
me.
then.
My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I
Most
was
likely.
mistaken. I
Wanted to
obtained the
enter her
fabled
forbidden
book
domains.
and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in. Into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened.
Damn, that looks
Inside
crazy.
there are no
Yeah.
Only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
How it feels like to chew 5 gum.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the
that doesn't
exact
sound good.
magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave and put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts.
A lot of talk here about erupting orbs.
For
My
real.
chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways. That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you
My
all.
rallied heart that is
I
consumed by
understand if you stand against me.
devouring
I'm humbled
darkness.
if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to
The
let you
Elmacy.
down. I stand
Welcome
at
to
a precipice.
Yukikaze Gaming
But
Snappy.
if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Gather your party before venturing forth. Well, I suppose it would be considered stealing to take mushrooms from the mushroom people.
Anything of use?
Lurg the traitor.
Most likely,
a
hopefully,
visitor.
they won't attack for
You're
them
a welcome
shrooms.
sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi. Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Yeah, why not? Let's tell him the whole story.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head. but
Nashit
she
says I
hasn't
got a drop for a
turned.
game I don't own.
No ceremorphosis? That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold.
Anything
I
free is
understand
good to
your
me.
rage against my kin.
Can't go wrong with
One
free.
of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Sure, what could go wrong?
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing, Omelium.
Well, yes, but that wasn't my point. No, it appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
Yeah, that
It is
doesn't sound
not
ideal.
The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination. A nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Interesting.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava. A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous.
Really? Because this place is crawling
I
with the two
imagine
nasty
Lenore
things.
would have them in her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric. The southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move.
Super?
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
May your travels be safe and swift. I have never seen anything like it, Blur. Is my species evolving?
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries? I do enjoy a good bargain, if anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Sword. Potential Bane on hit. Not bad.
Very well. I have mushrooms to catalog.
I shall leave you to your work thing.
How is your more personal research progressing?
Not well.
Something's on my mind.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name. Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick. Right now, waiting for that idiot Balin's return. Unless you've seen him, we don't have much to discuss.
That's not bad at all.
We'll be lurking since it's 1 a.m.
No problem. I'm probably about to wrap up here anyway.
Dad,
Is this Sovereign? Appears to be the Sovereign.
Keeping the old turnip.
Okay. Go ahead and save here. And next time, we will talk to the Sovereign. Thank you everybody for joining me. And I hope to see you all again next time. I will see if I can find somebody to raid.
I had a nice time. You have a lovely night, buddy.
You too. Thanks for coming. Glad you had a good time.
That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, or join me on Twitch or Twitter. Hope to see you next time on Yukikaze Gaming. Matane!